Shortly after that you will have different experiences than you have been having here in your lives now. Your lives will be drastically changing, and as your lives goes through a dramatic shift in consciousness and various changes that come as a result of this, you will find yourself in positions to allow for that next process to take effect. That is your remembrance and coming together once again with your twin soul. You wish to add here, Ashira? Ashira. No, I'm just beaming smiles. Thank you. One who serves. Smiles are good. Question: when the Galactics show their ships in the skies, do you think they might be displaying their insignia, but could they also display our flag and maybe accompany that by playing our patriotic music like God Bless America? I think that would really pump us up. They could do that for other countries so people won't be scared. One who serves. We can tell you this, and Ashira has also something to add here. We can tell you that there's many different understandings, many different conversations that have been had by all that are involved in this, that make the decisions and all of these things as to how this process will take effect. And many ideas have been given and decisions have been made as to what will happen. But for us now to tell you exactly what it will be would not do you a benefit here, because it is better to allow for all of this to take hold and happen here. We always say we do not want to spoil the surprise for you. Whether or not you will hear the Star-Spangled Banner or any of these types of things, probably not, but you will. There will be a showing or revealing that will be less of a frightening effect, you might say, on the world populace, for it is not only this country we are speaking of but all the countries. The entire world, the entire planet will have these various sightings and revealings that will come more and more and more. And at some point, as Sananda has said, they will be beyond questioning. You will no longer be able to question it. The answer will have come. You are not alone. You see? You have something to add here, Ashira. Ashira. I will. Surprise, of course, is a big word here. We want all of you to be held in surprise. It has been shared with the Ancient Awakenings group, however, that the world religions will be respectfully shining in the skies. There will be Sananda in places around the world in the sky, and all of this will occur at once. Buddha, Muhammad, all of these various spiritual leaders plan to appear in the sky at once, and this will open hearts and help people to speak with one another about the joyous times that we are in. And so that too shall be a surprise, and we are excited to be able to share that with all of you. One who serves. We would add here one thing, as Ashira has said here. When these revealings come, these religious types of things to put the populace at ease, there will be those of the naysayers that will come out and say this is the cabal, this is Project Bluebeam. Do not pay any attention to it, it's not real, and all of these things, but it will be so prominent, it'll be so powerful that everyone will realize that is not just one particular illusion that is being created in Times Square or something of this nature. You see? Question: I'm wondering if they can give any advice or help for those of us who are dealing with addictions. Personally, mine is smoking. I know it doesn't fit with the new vibrations that are coming in. It's affecting my health, but yet with all of that I just can't seem to quit. And it's such a battle. And I'm just wondering if they have any advice. One who serves: yes, we do. Stop it. Laughter. And that's great advice, but it's just not. One who serves. Yes, we know. We're just joking here, certainly. We do that from time to time. It's not all serious business. Please understand that these types of things, as you call it an addiction, you are finding an attachment to it, and in your wording that you used, you are being attached to it. I can't seem to stop. What does the word "can't" do? You see, it tells your inner self, your conscious knowing self, it tells you that you cannot do something. And if you say you cannot do it, then you will not be able to do it. So begin more and more to say, I am quitting whatever it is. I will quit whatever it is. I will stop whatever it is. And the more that you can put it into the present tense, I am done with this, you see? It changes everything. It changes the frequency involved here. And the more that you can continue to move up in frequency, up in vibration, then these types of things, smoking, drinking, does all of these types of things will cease to be an issue. They will not be a concern any longer. Go with the flow. Let it be. Do not feel guilty about it. That is one of the worst things you can do. If you look at things as right or wrong, positive or negative, that is not a good thing. Guilt. Do not hold any guilt about it. Let it go. And then, as we say earlier, just stop it. Whatever it takes to do it, if that is what you really want. And certainly look within yourself. Ask your own higher good self to assist you in this, and you will be amazed at how these types of things will be lifted from you. Ashira, do you wish to add here? Ashira. I think that you have done a marvelous job with this. Thank you. My question is kind of connected with the one you've answered recently. I'm wondering whether or not disclosure is connected to our tradition as Jesus' second coming. Also recently I've heard that the second coming will be our awakened community, will be the second coming of our collective. Could you maybe clarify that? Is disclosure connected with Jesus' second coming, and are we as a collective going to be the second coming? One who serves. Yes, Ashira, we know you are wanting to take first forward on this one. Ashira. Thank you. I will start on this one. For the second coming is Christ consciousness that has been coming up on this planet for the past few years, and it has been growing and moving through people. So, yes, all of the human body is the Christ consciousness coming into a new awareness of itself. A new awareness of what it can do, what it can be, what it can build. Christ consciousness was present in all of those that you consider masters upon the planet. Not only one known as Jesus or Yeshua, who is now Sananda in his expression, but in Muhammad and Buddha, and in many, many of the teachers that have come through your period of time here on this planet. So the disclosure is something separate. There are so many things that you are looking for, all of you upon the planet at this time. It is a process, as Lady Nada said. We are looking at the money, you are looking at new technology, you are looking at your new bodies, you are looking at the new energies coming, and you are looking at Christ consciousness. All of this is here at this time, and all of you are expressing this in this expression that you have upon the planet. And as you share with one another the frequency that raises, you move even more into that Christ consciousness. One who serves? One who serves. Very good. We can move on to the next question. I've been a follower of this Kesh gentleman that's come out with a new free energy device and making it available to the world. This man is sort of like Tesla was. For the last 2 or 3 days there have been a lot of people calling him a fraud, and I would like your opinion on that. One who serves. We can say here that you have a saying, do you not, that the proof is in the pudding. So when these things come out and are being revealed, and they are already in that process now, these things are coming out, the new technologies. But you see, you have had these new technologies for a very long time. They just have not been shared with you. These things have been there and have at times been ready to come forth, but because of your system that you are in, your patent system and all of this, these things have been held back. They have been kept from not only the American public but the entire world, and it is time now that they can no longer hold these back. So directly to your question, is this one a fraud? Certainly not. He is very much in the forefront. He is one that is coming forward to share with the entire planet his understandings, his knowings. And they're coming from, much of this is coming from Tesla technology that has been utilized in the past but again has been secreted, kept from you. And these things though are coming out and will be revealed. This technology has already been put out on the internet as we understand it here. And for those that can understand it and can work with it, can begin to build these devices for themselves. But please understand, this is only a precursor. This is just as your 3D printer is to your replicator. You see? It is just a precursor. It is just the beginning of this. Technologies will come out that you're saying, will blow you away. While I'm sure glad you making that clear, because I really wanted to believe in the man. I've been listening to a lot of videos and audios of him and he seems like a very honest individual, and I know that they've tried to assassinate him several times, but in my opinion he's got galactic protection and I would just like to see it. I think it is a precursor, but he's been putting blueprints on the internet so you can follow them and build your own. I just wanted to get that verified. One who serves. We would add here one thing if we could. It is for those who have the eyes to see and ears to hear. We have said this many times, so all of this technology is coming out in many different ways, and it is not only from this one that we speak of here but from the country of India, many different places, Austria, Germany, all of these places are going to be coming out with new technologies. They are already there. It's just a matter of the new system coming into place. Anything you wish to add, Ashira? Ashira. No, thank you. Question: people are somewhat concerned about the IRS still being in power as our abundance is about to break, as we've been told by Sananda, and we're wondering if we need a common law trust to protect half of the money from being taken by the IRS? One who serves. Ashira, would you wish to go forward? Ashira. We will start this and then you may finish this, yes. As one who serves said earlier, you do not know what is going to happen and who will be running your country in the new year. We are not going to be specific about what you should or should not do with the monies coming or going. We will just say that the new year brings new opportunity. It brings new experiences. It brings new things to you. And so we will leave it at that. Question: there is a gentleman named Dr. Michael Lightman that teaches Kabbalah. He has millions of followers. I've attended a couple of workshops and some of this stuff resonated with me, but some of the things he was saying that only the Kabbalah message will save the world. And that's when I sort of walked away because it just didn't feel right. Can anybody say something about this gentleman? He does carry lots of light. One who serves. Yes, we will not say necessarily anything about one particular individual as we are not in the habit of doing that. But we can say that whatever it is that comes out from any one individual, anyone that listens to this must use their discernment, whatever it might be. Whether it is through a known channel that you are aware of or anyone else. It is important that you listen to it and use your discernment, because there are many influences that are coming in, as you have seen in this very day. There are influences that are coming in from outside of here that are attempting to turn turn over the boat? How do you say that here? Rock the boat and flip it over, something of this nature. We're not coming quite with the words here that you would use, but whatever it is important to know that everyone has something to say, and whether you are going to listen to that one having something to say is up to you. You see? Anything you wish to add here, Ashira? Ashira. Actually, what we find here in this one, Susan, she studied the Kabbalah in several different ways throughout her doctorate. The Kabbalah is something that is from the past. It is something that explains the structure of the universe as those who knew it and know it at the time they are teaching this would share with you. So keep in mind that this is not the future. It is not the new earth. It is not what you are creating now. If you choose to learn about what people thought in the past and their perception, feel free. Go with that which is your own resonance. Go with your discernment, dear one. Thank you. Bless you. One who serves, yes, that one that would be as the idea of the Christians, only the Christians going to heaven. You see? It cannot be this way. It is the entire planet, and everyone has a choice as to timing-wise how they will move through this ascension process. Question: I have been writing music for about 40 years or so, and my music comes from God. I know that. I feel it. I feel that my music heals and uplifts, gives joy and gives happiness. I'm a Denarian also, so I've been waiting on the blessing to be able to do my album and release my album. Right now I'm at a standstill. I'm not asking for any dates or anything like that, but I was wondering if you could tell me, since it means so much to me, will I have an opportunity to release my music to the public, because I feel that is what God wants. One who serves. We can tell you this: if God wants it, then it's going to happen. Do you understand this? not in terms of today the Supreme Being out there, but in terms of your own God, the God within you, the God source within you. If that God source wants this released, it will be released.